rebuild morals.
Exactly. Yeah, and that involved more than 30 federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies. And I was going to mention that. Great pickup on that. And of course, we saw the Bucks County, Pennsylvania arrest here that made the news back at the end of January.
And I'm told there's a lot not making the news. I'm told some people are so bad it's just bye-bye.
Yeah, there was a Long Island priest that was just arrested.
Hey guys, this is Rob with Infowars.com. That was just what's going on right now at the Alex Jones Show. You can tune into that, Infowars.com/show, talking about Pizzagate and where it goes. But this is what I want to bring to light. Alex on the show said that he was being censored by iTunes. And so this is iTunes right here, and I just pulled it up. I'm like, there's no way they're censoring his show with Joe Rogan. That was one of the biggest podcasts that Joe Rogan's ever had. Well, let's look. Number 3 on the top audio podcast episodes listed under iTunes. There's your little iTunes thing. Very hard to navigate. Definitely made by weirdos. But that's neither here nor there. Number 908, Leah Remini, talking about Scientology. Now, let's see how many views Leah Remini has on YouTube. 692,000. That was 6 days ago. Here's Alex Jones's 4 days ago, 2,081,000. Now, that's not the only Joe Rogan podcast that's listed under the top audio podcasts. Here's Mike Baker. All right, let's go to Mike Baker. 369,000. Now, obviously, this is different. iTunes is different than YouTube, but I think you can gauge the interest level in these. Here's Henry Rollins, all right, former Black Flag singer, who's pretty much a raving liberal now. Let's see what his was. It's right here. Henry Rollins, 701,000, and that was 1 week ago. Joe said he was moving furiously to get to number 911 with Alex Jones. But that's not the only one. Then we have, let's see, there's the Fight Companion from January 29th, and Shane Smith, that's the douche who runs Vice. So let's go to the Fight Companion. Let's see, that's not on here. We'll have to go back to this one. Where's the Fight Companion from the 29th? I don't even see it on here. There's Shane Smith, 473,000 though. Let's see if we can find the Fight Companion. I don't see it on here. Anyway, so you can see that all these ones that they're saying are trending on iTunes aren't even approaching half the views that Alex got with Joe Rogan. Here's another one, Gary Taubes, and then 901 Dr. Rhonda Patrick right there. So she's number 50. You don't even see the podcast with Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, and who's it, Eddie Bravo, that has over 2 million views now. There's Gary Taubes, 338,000. There's Rhonda Patrick, 600,000. She's really interesting to listen to, too, talking about what goes on in your body with different vitamins and herbs and elements that people put in their bodies. Pretty good on health and brain injuries, too. She always talks about the brain and what goes on in it. So there you can see some of these you could even put together, and they wouldn't even add up to the 2 million views that Joe Rogan, Eddie Bravo, and Alex Jones had on episode number 911. So, yeah, Alex mentioned that to me yesterday. He said they didn't even put it up on iTunes. They had to, get on them about this because they didn't want to put that up because it was exposing so much stuff. And it goes against what Apple wants to promote, which is, open borders and socialism. And, of course, they love to promote their Chinese slave labor because that's how they make all these cheap gadgets. In fact, I'm actually shooting this on this is a laptop and an iPhone. Yeah, I guess I'm a hypocrite using these slave labor gadgets, but that's about all you can do these days. I don't think anybody's come out with anything that's not made with slave labor, although I'm sure somebody in the comments will say that they have a solution. So there you go. And I don't see any other Joe Rogan podcasts in here. We're down to number 100 now, and I don't see anything else. So all of his latest ones, except the one that's got the most views, is listed as the top audio podcast right there, top audio podcast episodes. So anyway, now he's doing number 912 with Pete Holmes. I don't think it's going to get anywhere near this one right here. he will be number one. I think the number one is a Bill Burr from about a year ago. And let's see if we can find that. I'm trying to do all this navigating while looking at the phone. Let's go to this. Most popular. And you can see, oh wait, it has overtaken it. I'm sorry. It is now the number one. 2,081,000 to 2,074,000. And that was done a year ago. And Bill Burr is quite a funny man, and I like most of what he says. But anyway, there you go. So now the number one podcast on the Joe Rogan Experience doesn't even crack the top 100 on Apple's iTunes. So stay tuned for more reports. This is Rob D reporting for Infowars.com. We are under censorship. They do not want Alex Jones to be out there. They are afraid of the information he is giving people. They want to call him fake news. And by extension, you are going to be labeled as fake news if you check out the information Alex is presenting and look at the facts for yourself, because that's what he always says to do. So Infowars.com/show for the live feed. We are under censorship attack, as always. So download these videos onto your servers. Upload them yourself for non-profit educational purposes. We appreciate that. Thank you very much for watching. Rob Dew signing off.